Hello guys, welcome to today's channel. My name is Karina and we're gonna be doing a DIY on a nightstand. A few weeks ago, I was on the hunt for free stuff on Facebook Marketplace and on Craigslist. I got a chair that I'm gonna put the link for up here, and then I got a nightstand. I really like the shape of it, so I went and I got it for 15 bucks. You know, I could have haggled a little bit, but you know, it's 15 bucks. I didn't know if it was gonna fit in my car, but it did, and I could also carry it by myself. It looks really heavy, but it's really not. Let's see what I did with it. First thing I had to do was deep clean it. It smelled so bad. I didn't realize it. It had some like spider webs and you know, it was really dusty. But when I took it home and I started cleaning it, it smelled like cats a lot, and it had a lot of cat hair in it. So I cleaned it with my Ligan and water and soap, and actually not soap, it was detergent, like the clothes detergent. But yeah, it still stunk a lot. So I tried 409 and that didn't work either. I decided to paint the interior as well. It was really late when I cleaned it, so I had to leave it for the next day to take all the hardware off. It was really hard because I did not have the right tools. I was so frustrated. It took so long, but I figured it out. Aside from being smelly and full of cat hair and spider webs, this nightstand also had a lot of wax. Like, they had a candle that spilled over and there was wax on the top of it, there were wax on the doors. So I just scraped it off and then I sanded it really well. Apparently the show of the day was very entertaining. Comment down below and let me know what you think I was watching. I know if I would have used another type of paint, I would not have had to sand it down, but I already had this gallon full of white paint, so I figured I put a couple coats on. I wanted to go with a pink color because my bedroom will have a pink and green theme. Just bear with me when I'm gonna have the bedroom reveal. It's gonna be really awesome and you'll understand what I'm talking about. But I put all this, I don't know what you call it. I put all the plastic, or you know, I felt like Dexter a little bit because I thought I was gonna spray paint it, but once I got to Lowe's they only had one color in pink and it was like semi-gloss, and I did not want that feel. I wanted something matte. I did end up getting chalk paint. I put 3 coats of the white primer paint that I'm gonna put in the description down below, and then I used 2 coats of the pink paint. The chalk paint said to wait an hour in between coats. I just felt it. Whenever it felt dry, I just put another coat on. I included some footage of me painting because I love painting and I love watching other people paint, so if you do, you can watch this. If not, you can skip ahead. I just wanted to include a little video footage of how I store my paint pan while the paint is drying. Just put it in a bag, like a Walmart bag is fine. Seal it off really well and then you can use it again for the next coat. I decided to go for a more modern look, so I didn't use the same hardware. I just put it in a Ziploc bag. You never know when you can use it again, and it doesn't take that much space. As far as the hinges go, they were just fine, so I used $1 black paint can from Walmart that I've been using for my other projects as well. I just want to say I really still have a lot of white paint left over, so when I do the total amount of dollars that I use for this project, I'm really not sure how to do this. I still have a good half of a gallon left, maybe even more. I just used the Krylon chalk paint finish in Hello Dolly, and I really liked how it turned out. I'm gonna use it for my dresser in a later on video as well. What I like about it is that it has a matte finish, and according to like how much light you have, it looks like more white or darker, like a Pepto-Bismol type pink. So I love it. Guy at the store told me I should use a brush because it is a nightstand and it has a lot of nooks and crannies, and I tried, but it would have taken forever and you could still see the streaks, so a roller worked just fine. I tried to use a wax seal on it, but it just gave me all these like weird streaks. It gave me weird streaks on there. I think it was because of the brush, maybe it was the wax, I don't know. I did have a little bit of pink paint saved in the little thingy majiggy. I did have the roller still in the bag with the pink paint, so when the wax seal dried off, I just painted over, so I didn't even include that footage because it was just a waste of time. Maybe later on I will decide to seal it with something if I see that it's chipping very badly, but right now I really dig the matte look, so I'm gonna go with it. The most annoying parts to paint were definitely the doors because they had the top, well, the front and the back, so I had to paint one side, let it dry, and then turn it around, paint the other side, and so on. So it was kind of annoying. It took me like the whole day with a bunch of breaks because I painted, let it dry for 2 hours, and then 2 or 3 hours, then paint again. So the whole process of painting took probably a day and a half. The nightstand when I bought it was kind of bulky and I really didn't like the legs. Everybody that I've seen on YouTube is doing hairpin legs, which I love, but I wanted to be a little bit different. And then the price difference wasn't that much, so I'm gonna put in the description below the legs that I used. Taking these legs off was super easy. I just used my super strength. I did use a lever to put the new legs back on. I just made sure the little bubble was in the middle. I did only show in the video putting 2 screws in, but I actually ended up using all 4. Just mark the little spot once you find that it's level with a marker, and then put the screw right there. Super easy. Then I went on to reattach the hinges, and then I reattached the doors. I went to Goodwill and I bought a belt. I'm not sure how much it was, $1 or $1.99. I'm pretty sure it was $1. I have to look at the receipt. I cleaned it with 409 because I don't know, I don't think I can use Clorox on it, and it is a belt from Goodwill. But I caught it just enough to be able to put my fingers in there and not scratch the nightstand, and I attached it with some screws. I only had silver screws. So again, I went with my $1 can of black paint from Walmart, and I painted the screws black. The holes in the drawer were too big, so I used those plastic things that you put in the drywall. And yes, I am gonna call them things because I have no idea what they're called, but it's like the little house for the screw. They're not coming out, and the screws are very tight fit in there, so it's gonna hold on very well. Okay guys, this was it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see how much it costs, I'm going to put it in the description below with links for all the products. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at Karina Benedict to see little snippets of what's to come. It's snippets even a word? I don't know, I think it is. But yeah, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next Saturday. I just use primer paint. I meant the chalk paint said the outside, like the shape. I like the shape of it. What I like about it is the tropical print 3. in Dolly flavor. But it doesn't. Ugh.